morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And I see I have Gladys and Sarah here this morning. If you are joining me at any point, please do say hello in the comments, either during the live or on replay. I do see those. I love to see who's following along. Yeah, today is going to be a pretty quick one. I don't usually have anything bumped up against my live, but we had to reschedule a book group Zoom meeting, and so I will need to keep this one fairly brief, but it's a seasonally appropriate one. I'm going to show you how to use some scraps to make some pretty cool looking gift tags. And I got some scraps ready to go here to show you. You know, we all get these little bits of designer series paper, and we hate to throw them away, but this time of the year, or any time actually, you may need gift tags for something. So I'm going to show you how I like to do this to be pretty quick and easy. I'm just going to glue that down, and I'm going to glue down this little strip of glimmer paper as well, and I'm just using little dots of glue on this one, and I'm just going to butt that right up against the edge of the designer series paper. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to bring in another one here. This one is using some of the Peaceful Garden designer series paper and the coordinating glimmer paper that goes with it. This one is yes, Traditions of Christmas, and I've put a little bit of tear and tape on the back here. This one's got this really nice fine gold foil in there, and I decided I wanted my gold foil strip to be really narrow, so I thought that was the easiest way to get the look that I wanted. So I'm just going to trim that off, and now I will glue this on. So you can use whatever scrap of cardstock you have, and you'll see on both of these I've not put it right down to the edge, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some dies or punches, and I'm going to cut these out, and I want to be able to get kind of as much of this scrap of designer series paper as I can. So if I put it all the way to the edge there, it would be hard to cut out cleanly, but I can do that just like that. So let me bring in my cut and emboss. Good morning, Jenny. Hi, Paula. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining me. I'm making gift tags today because it is the season when we need such things. So there's one. This is the Peace on Earth dies. I'm going to put one there. Let's see what else we might use. Maybe we'll do one. This is Traditional Labels. We can do one out of there. And this is why I say quick and easy, because it's easy to line up the dies and just run them through and get several at once. I've seen it where people have cut cut a label shape and cut a piece of designer series paper and glued it on there. It's just much easier to glue once in a strip and cut out what you need all at once. And I'm all for some of these being quick and easy, because if you know something's going to get thrown away, it is a gift tag, right? I know people save cards. I don't know people who save gift tags. Maybe if they're really into junk journaling, they will. But not usually. Okay, and then I was going to show you one. You can also do it with punches. I'm going to show you here. You can just come right in with your punch. And do that as well. So, there are those. And then I've got some sentiments here. These two are actually from Branching Out. And one of them is From Our Family to Yours, and the other one is Sent with Lots of Love. You could actually put those together, but I think I will do just one. And then this one I'm going to do something completely different because I don't have lots of space because of how I did it. So I tend to hold on to a lot more of my Christmas sets long term than anything else, because sometimes they're just perfect. But I'm gonna look here. Let's see what we've got. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot. This one is just the Mary. I'm going to put that right there. Clean these up so we don't make a mess. Hi, Christine. So how are you guys doing with your holiday prep? So, and then another thing I'm going to do is now we need to make some holes to put some ribbon through, and I am actually going to take some more of this glimmer paper. I put adhesive sheet on the back. I'm going to do this for 2 of them at least. Let's see here. See on this one, I have found the easiest way to get the adhesive sheet off, especially on something really thick like the glimmer paper, is to use that hooky tool end of the take your pick. And yeah, I try not to get rid of basic punches either. So this is a 1/2 inch circle punch. Long, retired, available, you know, any source that you can find it. And And then we also used to have these lovely hand punches. I'm gonna go this way so I can see what I'm doing. So use what you have, is what I'm saying. I will show you another option. If you have the perennial postage dies, this put right there will absolutely cut out. Well, I would use that one once you have it in there, but you can use this one to cut out here. That'll make your ring, and then put it on and then line up, or just cut from there and then line them up. There's also one, this one that will make a slot. Maybe we'll do that. I'll bring this one back in. This one I don't think there's enough room to do a you want to call it a grommet, a reinforcer. But I think we will do that. Yep, so there's that one. And then it's just a matter of adding ribbon or twine. There's some Secret Sea ribbon. We'll add on this one. And this is the ribbon that came with this suite. You can make these as long or as short as you want. I think sometimes they just need a little bit of something because you're going to tape it on or something anyway. And what should we do for the last one? Again, in my stash, I have this is an old thick baker's twine. So there are those three. And this one add a little bit more to that if we want. So you can make these as fancy or as plain as you like. there are those. And I'll set those aside and we'll bring in this one. And there's that one. Same principle. I'm just showing you different, come here, options of things. We can definitely get both of those there. Oh, you want to be difficult about going through all that? Nope, there we go. 1, 2. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. So, you know, you can play with this stuff however you want. It's Christmas. And where's this Mary? Merry Christmas. This is going to be too big. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to show you that I went deep into the stash. This Good Greetings is quite old. You can see from that. But I love the script on this one. I love the size. I love the style. There we go. So, and again, I have some of this gold foil with adhesive sheet on the back. This one isn't quite as thick as the glimmer paper, so I'm being a little careful there. Yeah, that one pulls up easily by hand. They are not perfectly centered. Again, I want them to be pretty, but I also fully recognize that they're probably going to get looked at once and tossed. Yeah, so again, we've got this one's got the fun edge. And this one I'm going to bring in, again, this is retired, but we keep useful things. Here. There we go. And what will we do on this one? Oh, hi, Caroline. Yes, please use my brain. Don't no need to keep reinventing the wheel, you know? So there's some of those. Now I'll show you these again. These are the ones I just did. But I'll show you some others here too. I made some for the market I was at and didn't sell any. But there's one. This is using the smaller of the two Peace on Earth dies, and I used the cloud cover glimmer paper instead of the Secret Sea. But you can see my strip of DSP was a little wider. It really doesn't matter. They're not going to be lining them up like I am. Again, there's one of those good greetings. I just love it. If you wanted to, if you've got a set that's got a to and a from, you could put that on the back. I just tend to write it. There's one that I did with, there's a couple I did with the, Tags and More designer series paper. This one I put a strip of, that's a white iridescent glimmer paper out of my stash. Yeah, that probably looks familiar. That Ho Ho Ho, Merry and Bright. There's a sparkle in that one. What else do I have here? Yeah, they're all pretty similar. And then if you want something different, this is a very different one I did the other day. That uses a very old stamp set also, Best of Snow, I think it's called. And this isn't even a Stampin' Up die. This is a Sizzix Biggs die I got years and years and years and years ago. Just know if you're coloring with Stampin' Blends, remember it bleeds through our basic white paper. So I actually cut 2 of these tags and sandwiched them together so you don't see the bleeding through, and I did do a to and from on that side. I also had extras of Christmas trees and Yellow Lab or Golden Retriever from the card kit that has the pickup trucks. I can't remember what it's called, but it's coming back in January. It'll be back in stock, and I think it's a fabulous kit, but I had 4 extras of each of these, so I put them on tags as well and just used a little bit of crumb cake baker's twine on it. So that is my collection of tags for this year. I hope that you realize they're pretty quick and easy and good to make with leftover bits. This one I used 2 different designer series papers. The rest of them I just lined with glimmer or gold foil. Yeah, dig into your stash because you can use all kinds of things from your stash and still use like current designer series paper, and it'll coordinate with whatever cards you have if you're into that. So anyhow, have fun making tags. I will be back same time, same place next week for another quick project. I think I've got another thing that bumps up. Well, no, maybe not next week. Anyway, I will be here next week with another project, probably the last Christmas one, for any last minute stuff. I hope your preparations go well. I took advantage. Yesterday was a cooler day and I made some cookie dough. I haven't baked it yet. I'll wait a couple days to bake that. We're going to cool off again. We're going hot next couple days. Actual summer for the next couple days, and then back down to spring temps, which make me want to turn the oven on more than today when it's going to be 90 or 33 out there. So, okay, have a great week and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.